Well, g'day tubes, how's she hanging? Pretty good here. So it's Bill question and answer number 21. 21 already. Man, we got a few here from March 29th. That's the first one. And this is from Cameron. And it says, "Hi Bill, I think your videos are so cool. Thank you. I just wanted to show you our biggest tractor you might think is cool." So, let me get this queued up here. Let's see if we can see his cool, huge tractor. Looks like he's dragging some kind of, oh, it's dusty out there. Some kind of cultivator or something. I'm not 100% sure. It's a nice, good, big, wide one though. Really dusty, it's hard to see, but it looks like maybe a cultivator of some sort. And that is a big cat with tracks on it. That's pretty cool. Well, thank you, sir, for sending that in. Now, if I can get that, there we go. He didn't have a question, but I don't mind you guys sending me pictures of things you own, we'll say, or projects you're working on, or I like to even see pictures of your workshop or your garage or wherever you do work and stuff. But anyways, yeah, no, that's fine. Thanks, Cameron, for sending that in. That's pretty cool. Okay, this thing, every time I look at an email, it messes up, and I gotta wait until it resets it. There we go. Okay, the next one is from Finn. Says, "Hi Bill, I thought you'd like to see the project I'm working on. My first rebuild of an engine on my 1944 Ford 2N. Oh, you're brave. At 14 years old. Wow, you're awesome for doing that. Holy cow, good for you. As you can see by the look of the crank, that would explain the knocking sounds." Oh boy, I hope that's not what's wrong with mine. Well, anyways, let's see here. So there we can see his tractor. Once he focuses, he's got her tore out of the tractor there, and she's on the jack stand, engine stand. That's good. There's some more pictures here, and there's a picture of her up in some slings. That's good. That's what I like to do with my 2N. Not rebuild the engine, but get the oil pan off to clean it out. It's kind of like I change oil, and then it's no time it's like really black looking. I think there's a lot of junk in the bottom of my oil pan. So, and there is his crankshaft. Yes, sir. I would say that someone's ran that with low oil or really old oil, and they didn't change it too often. So hopefully you're getting that fixed up. But oh boy, if you can turn that crank, straighten that out, clean that up, that'll save you a lot of money, because I know the cranks for that thing on Steiner is about $680 US. So that's expensive. So thank you, sir. Thank you, Finn, for sending that out to me. That's always good to see projects of what you guys are working on too. It doesn't goes good for the video, you know. I like to see what you guys are working on too. So next one here is from Matt. He says, "Hey Bill, my name is Matthew from Brandon, Manitoba." Ooh, fellow Canadian, eh? "I recently picked up a Ford 8N tractor, but the clutch is gone in it. I have watched your videos on replacing it, but was wondering if there's anything you wish you could have done different that you would have possibly made easier." Actually, the way I did it, with the two jacks, one on, you know, the motor side, one on the rear end kind of side, works really good, because it's easy to maneuver them, and then, oh, this one's got to go up a little bit, so you just jack this one up, and then you get the things lined up, and then they just kind of all mush together. It actually works really good. I've done it before like that, and I did it with this one. If you got two jacks, it works really good. I was thinking there's not really much else that I'd really want to do, because if you had it on more of like a stand holding like this, you might not be able to flex it, because I was able to, you know, oh geez, dying over the dirt bike. I was able to get them together and then move them to get them to kind of, all the pins and everything and all the, you know, shafts and everything to line up and stuff. It actually worked pretty good. So that's my suggestion, is do it the way that I did it, and it works really good. It's really easy. So, but thanks, Matt, for sending that in. Hopefully you're doing all right with that. And that was from the 29th again of March. This one is from the 30th from Dylan Collins. Because your John Deere 110, had you ever done it? Your John Deere 110, did you ever, he's got something here about a 4-in-1 bucket loader, hydraulic valve stuck. How did you fix it? I've never had a problem with my valves on my tractor, only probably because me myself have never used anything but the I don't have any here, but the John Deere High Guard low viscosity, I think it is, hydraulic fluid from John Deere. I've always used that in it. Now they got it to one guy because we were having problems with some of the cylinders on it, and I knew exactly what was wrong. Of course, you know, I don't know nothing, apparently. I knew exactly what was wrong with it, and I told them exactly what was wrong with it, and they're like, oh, let's get it to this guy up here, he'll change the fluids and stuff. I'm like, I've already done that. I've changed the fluids. I know what's wrong with it. But they don't listen to me. Anyway, so he changed the fluids, and he ended up putting in, I don't know, like TSC special, kind of like a $40 gallon bucket of oil, and I'm like, dude, why did you do that? Just frickin' leave it to me. Holy jumping, like, I knew what was wrong with it. I knew the cylinders had wore out the little Teflon seals in there, and it was leaking past. So you're trying to dig, like, you know, digging, and it's pushing fluid through that valve, or through that seal into the other side of the cylinder. So you're kind of fighting against, you're filling the whole thing, basically, so it doesn't dig too well. I knew exactly what was wrong with it. I've used this thing since brand new. I know how it runs. I know how it works, and I knew what was wrong with it. But they didn't listen to me. So anyways. So the only reason I found out that I'm kind of getting off your question here, but the only reason I found out that it had different fluid in it is that when I checked it once, I'm like, oh, that doesn't smell the same. And it wasn't at all. I know the smell of the fluid too, and that wasn't what he put back in there, and I was not too happy with that. Because that can do a lot of damage to things, you know. Oil's oil, but it's got different chemicals and different compounds and stuff, or whatever you want to call it in it. I'm going to say chemicals. And once you get used to eating steak, sometimes you don't want, like, hot dogs. You know what I mean, right? Once you get steak in you, I don't want hot dogs. You know, it seems to thrive pretty good. And I've had no problems other than that cylinder wearing out, but that, you know, had a lot of hours on it. And then I ended up changing that cylinder and rebuilding the old one. Anyways, but yeah, so sorry I got off your question there. But anyways, no, I've never had a valve actually stuck on mine. I don't know what would be wrong with that. You might have a fairly major problem with one of the valves that's in the big valve body. Maybe you might have to figure out which one's sticking, and you might have to try to get it out and replace it, put new seals in it. Maybe that'll fix it. I don't know. Like I say, I never had any of mine apart. They're still all factory good, we'll say, and working on mine. So anyways, let me know if you ever figure out what was going on with that, because that would be interesting. Well, thank you, sir, for sending that in. Next one here from April. Come on. See, it keeps loading up these stupid ads on here, and it's really annoying because, like, it starts, like, skipping and jumping and bouncing, and it's like, just stop! And did it again. Next, oh my goodness. Next one is from Travis. If I can get her open here, Travis. From April 1st. Nope. Didn't do it. Man, stupid ads. Okay, gotcha. Travis, hey Bill, it's Travis from BC. Hope everyone was doing well. We're doing good here. Hopefully everybody else is doing well too out there. Your videos are awesome. Thank you, sir. Love the content. Keep them coming. I was wondering, with all the video games you play, which is your most enjoyable? Boy. If I was going to go by how many hours I've played, it's probably Left 4 Dead 2, believe it or not. I still play it, and I don't really do much recording of it, but I don't know what it is. Like, I guess I know all the levels, but the AI changes things through the levels every time, and you might end up having to go like this way in this level this time, and then the next time you do that level you might have to go around this way. So it changes, you know, especially the one campaign that you play that's in the mall. There's a couple different things that can change, and where staircases are and stuff, you know. It's kind of interesting. So I don't know if it's that keeps me wanting to play that, but I've got like 32 or 300 hours played on that game. I can't believe it. But so that one, I really like Rust, because I liked Minecraft before, and the building, but then when I started playing Rust, it's like, oh, this is kind of more realistic of the same sort of thing. I really enjoy the building part of it, right? And the collecting stuff, I kind of really enjoy that too. So Rust, Left 4 Dead 2, and I don't really have any that's like a super favorite, like, oh, I gotta, you know, take a year off and just play this game because I love it so much. But no, I don't really have anything like that. But so he says, with those games, if you could port yourself from real life into games, what character would you... Hang on a second, let's try that again. If you could port yourself from real life into the games, which one would you choose to be a character in? There we go, I had to slow down there a bit. So probably Left 4 Dead as a survivor in there, because like, ready for frickin' zombies. Whenever they're coming, look out, I'm ready. I've got all my stuff ready to go. I got lots of ammo made, kind of thing. Bring on the zombies, I can't wait. So I think a zombie apocalypse thingy would be kind of cool to be in. I don't know, maybe I'm kind of weird, but prepare for zombies, because one day they're coming, I'll tell you, look out. Anyways, thanks for answering my questions. Keep up the great content. Well, thank you, sir, I will do. And thanks for, that's a different interesting question. Good question there. So the next one is from Jake. If it'll load, it'll load. April 5th. He says, hey Jake, it's Jake again from Pensacola. How much coffee of a coffee drinker are you? I am absolutely an absolute zero caffeine of anything drinker now from what I had happen in the hospital there. If you've seen that video, sent me to the hospital. Do you make it at home or do you buy it? So I drink tea, actually. I was a coffee drinker at once, and then I don't know, I got kind of sick of coffee and moved into tea. My wife always drank tea, so I'm like, oh well, just order me a tea too, and then it just kind of stuck, if you know what I mean. I was drinking regular tea, and then the odd time an ice cappuccino. That's what sent my heart into like AFib. It was going like crazy, right? So pretty much since then, I've been caffeine nothing, either water or juice of some sort with not too much sugar in it, hopefully, and decaf tea. I can drink decaf tea. There's still a little bit of caffeine in decaf tea, about 6 milligrams, but it's not like 100 and something like in a regular tea. That's a lot. So I guess my body, I don't know, it's getting older, obviously, as you can tell by the wrinkles coming on me and stuff. I guess my body just can't process through all the caffeine as much, and it gets built up in me, and then it just makes my heart freak out, and it messes up with the regular electric activity in your heart, and then it kind of sends it into where it's like, you know, it's not, it might beat, but then it's like really fast, and apparently that's really bad, because what can happen is your heart's not doing this, it's more like this, so you might get some fluttering and stuff. Well, down in the bottom of your heart, there's a bunch of blood that'll kind of pool there, and it could create a clot, and then all of a sudden it poof, pushes the big one out, then you send clots everywhere, and then you're dead within like seconds. So that's apparently not good to have the atrial fibrillation. And I've been good since then. So no coffee, no caffeine, no nothing like that. But we used to drink, anyways, to go back into history, used to drink McDonald's McCafe coffee in the morning, one every day, a large, which is, I don't have a cup here, but I don't know, they're like a, you know, fairly big size cup, which was probably about 100, and I think I looked it up, it was about 180-ish milligrams of caffeine. It's a lot. You're only supposed to have 400 a day. Other than that, or more than that, you'll probably kill yourself, kind of thing. So, I mean, caffeine should be like banned, I think. It's really bad stuff, honestly. You might as well just like shoot up with some kind of drug, essentially. But anyways, so decaf tea, and I used to always be coffee days double, and I'm like, wow, that was a lot of sugar, a lot of milk. But now I get tea with no sugar and 2 milk, and I only get 2 milk really just to kind of cool it down, so it's not like 500 degrees when you get it, right? So yeah, so sometimes I make it at home. The cool thing with Tim Hortons is, and McDonald's doesn't have decaf tea here. They have regular tea, of course, so that screws me in the morning. Tim Hortons here, though, they have decaf tea and then regular tea. But the largest they always give, I don't have a cup here to show you the size. It's, you know, large, but that big. They always give you 2 tea bags with that, and we always get one in and one on the side. So we always get like a free one. I actually might even potentially, no, I don't have one in this coat. But then I bring them home and make them at home. So it works out pretty good. But anyways, hopefully that answers your question. Thank you, sir, for sending that in. Heiko, April 7th, got the next question. Hey Bill, my name is Heiko from Florida. I like the video of the tractors, and I could see you with a skid steer. Have you ever drove one of them before? I have when I was like 10 years old, and nothing since. Skid steers kind of tear up the turf too much, I found, because you know when you're spinning them, it's just too much shredding and then cleaning up after, right? So my Mini X is actually bad enough. If you're on wet grass, it's pretty bad too. So I don't think I'd ever get a skid steer other than maybe for pushing snow, but I mean I got the big tractor for pushing snow, so but probably not. I don't think so unless someone gave me one. But I was kind of thinking of doing another rental video, maybe not during this COVID crap right now, but renting one of the smaller skid steers from Home Depot just to try it out. That'd be kind of fun, but I don't really want to do that right now, so we're not with this COVID crap going on. Plus we're in like a super lockdown here right now. Like there's like Walmart only sells food. You can buy like stuff for your baby, like diapers and stuff, but you can't buy clothes or shoes or nothing else. It's like just the super bare essential stuff to keep life living. That's all you're allowed to buy there. Everything else is all roped off. It's like, really? I can't buy a coat for my kid? Like, really? I don't know, so stupid. It's just, I'm not getting into that video, that part of the video, because that's just ridiculous, this COVID crap, I think, anyways. But anyways, thank you, sir, for sending that in. The next one is from Ethan. Ethan sent me a bunch of other questions. One was if I was going to shave off my beard and stuff. I can't shave off my beard because it's good sun protection. You know, you don't get skin cancer as much, because this is kind of the spots where you get it, where your hat would kind of cover, well, I got a hat that covers here, but doesn't cover kind of down here, right? So that's your sun protection. So anyways, can you make, this is from Ethan, can you make more real-life Farm Sim Saturday videos, please? It's been a long time since the last one. It has, you know, I've got a couple, sort of, I didn't really call them Farm Sim Saturday, but, you know, we went out and plowed here, and we went out and disked here, and there's some more stuff coming for that too. We've got to spread out some manure, and then disk all that in, and then sort of Farm Sim Saturday kind of thing. But yeah, there we go. Thank you, Ethan, for sending that in. Next one is from David Jordan from April 13th. My name is David Jordan. I'm from Pictou County, Nova Scotia. I think I said that right. My question is, what kind of driver's license to drive the slingshot? That's a good question. It's probably different in your part of the country compared to Quebec, compared to here, compared to wherever else you are in Canada. Here all we need is the regular G license, which is like a general G for like a car, small truck, stuff like that. I know some places you'll probably need an M for a motorcycle license, but I think mostly all Canada is G, as far as I know. Now it's weird because it doesn't have handlebars. It's got 3 wheels, yes. It's more like foot controls, brake, clutch on your feet like a car, steering wheel, like I said, like a car, shifter like a car, seats like a car, seat belts like a car, but it has a motorcycle license plate, which is like the little wee ones, not the bigger, you know, like we have, the little wee ones, and motorcycle insurance. It's totally messed up, and you gotta wear a helmet. Which is fine by me. I don't mind because it kind of keeps you warmer too. But I don't know, the way they classified it is really weird. But I can't say let my stepdad drive it because he's not on my insurance. You have to be on the insurance, listed on the insurance to drive that car. So me and my wife, of course, is on that. So I can't say, oh, come on over and try to drive this thing. I can't do that. You get like bracelets on your wrists before you knew it if they found out, kind of thing, right? So, and I don't really know why, but that's what I was told. Don't let anybody else drive it other than anybody that's insured on this vehicle. I'm like, okay. Because normally here, if you were over 25, normal car, you could drive anybody's car and then you'd be covered. Under that, you're supposed to be on the insurance with them. But Yeah, so just a regular G, which is weird, but I don't know how it works in the States. I don't know what they need down there for that. I never really looked into that. So hopefully that answers your question. Thank you, sir, for sending that in. All right, Vince. Oh, Vince. Ding, ding. Vince is from... Oh, Vince, and your potatoes. You love me doing potatoes and farm sim. I know you do. Hi, Bill. Hope you got my Amazon package, which I did a few months ago. Actually, yes, it was probably a month or two ago now. When will you do a candle making video? I have plans to do one. I just haven't done it yet. He sent me a couple of molds, and I'm going to make some candles, and you guys are going to have to guess what they are. Also in Farm Sim, can you plant potatoes? Here's a potato harvester mod. I can't overly open that. Well, actually, you know what? I might be able to open that. If it opens... Tektron 50-meter potato, beet, onion, carrot. Holy mother, what is that thing? There's not really a good, super good picture of it here, but 50-meter header on this thing. I'm gonna maybe have to try that because that's pretty insane. Look at the header thing. Vince, you're crazy. That's awesome. Holy geez, 50 meters. That'll get her done pretty quick, the size of my fields. We're gonna have to try that. So I'm gonna save that, and we will try that out at some point. That's pretty awesome. Thanks, Vince. So, yes, I will be doing a candle video soon here, though. I've had plans to do it. I just haven't gotten myself to do it yet. So, but anyways, the next one here is, actually the next two are from Evan. Whoa, slow down. Both on the 13th of April. What is your opinion on still products versus the competitors? I know you've been using them for a long time, and how is your dealer and how is he to find parts? So yeah, I got a lot of still equipment. I mean, there's one, I don't know if you can see it hanging up. There's one hanging up right there, trimmer, weed whacker. I don't know if you can, well, you can sort of see it. I've got like 600 chainsaws. No, I got at least 5 or 6 chainsaws. I've got another trimmer that was given to me here too, and I've got, I got all kinds of blowers and leaf blowers, and I like the Still products because it is easy to find parts. It's easy to get parts from the John Deere, actually sells it here now. John Deere dealership sells them, so that's generally where I get all my parts from. I could just email my guy there. I need a carburetor for let's say FS94R. Oh, okay, is that the stratified carb? Yeah, it is. Okay, I'll get you that. So it comes in, and boom, the next couple of days I'm picking it up, right? So that works out pretty good. The competitors, I haven't really used one. I used to have like the Weed Eater brand, which is actually a brand made by Weed Eater, and they were kind of like more like a homeowner kind of lower, not sort of lower quality, but it wouldn't last nearly as long as like a Still machine would, where I'd get like 4 or 5, maybe pushing it, but 5 years of running out of one, where a Weed Eater I might get a year. The second year probably starting having problems. I know, like the cylinder would be getting probably scored or something, or wearing out something, and Still stuff's been pretty good though. So yes, but I can't really say other, I haven't tried, what's that other brand, well, Honda actually has a full 4-stroke trimmer. You don't mix the oil with the gas like the 4 mix on the Still. What's that other brand? Oh man, no, I can't think of it now. But I can't say because I haven't really used any other brands. So, and mostly because, well, my buddy worked at the Still dealership that was in town here now. Now it's up the road here, and I don't know. I haven't really got stuff from them, but if I had to, I could probably get there. And I don't know how much stuff they would sell, or like stock for parts. But I just, like I say, email it to my guy there. Yeah, I need a carburetor kit for blah 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 or whatever, and he's like, oh yeah, we can get that in for him. I'm like, okay, and it's always been good that way. So anyways, hopefully it answers your question. And the next one I think was from Evan as well. Question 2, I was wondering who owns all the equipment. Oh, that, I think we went over that there maybe on the last video. So this, if you're talking about the cemetery Cemetery owns the backhoe and the little green tractor, the 2032R. The Mini X and the Mini X trailer is mine. The Cemetery owns the big black dump trailer. The little green dump trailer is mine, the one that we built. It's on the channel too if you check it out. What else is there? All the like the Ford tractors are all mine, all 3 of them. Yes, I have 3 of them. I have a 2N, an 800, and an 8N with a V8 in it. If you haven't seen that, we're gonna get that out soon. Do a tractor show video here because I'm dying to go to a tractor show, even if it's mine. The AR, of course, is mine, and basically it's like the backhoe and the little green tractor and the dump trailer is all the Cemetery owns. The rest of it's all mine. So there'll be a lot of empty holes there if I ever move from here because I got stuff jammed everywhere, right? So anyways, hopefully that answers your question. And it looks like our last question is from Chris Moore. It says, hey Bill, it's Chris from Illinois again. This is my new garden tractor. I gave it a new paint job. I'm in the process of getting new tires for it, so I didn't cover the wheels before I painted the rims. One of the rims is rusted on, and I've tried everything from heat it up to use rust busters. I guess he means it's seized on the drive shaft, which sucks, and I know what you mean, because it doesn't take much to wreck the rim, does it? Bending it or something, if you got a big, you know, like a big set of pullers on it or something, you're going to wreck that real fast. If you have any ideas, I'd appreciate your help. My next project is an 80s or 90s snowblower. So to get that off, how much heat did you use? Because you're going to have to probably get that red hot. Like right on that as much as you can. You got to watch though if there's a seal on that shaft that you don't hurt that though. You might have to wrap like a wet towel around there to keep the heat kind of from going through too much. But Terrell's video, Pterodactyl, if you know Terrell, from I think he's in Indiana. He's got a pretty good method of heating and quenching, what he calls it. So that's like get it red hot, and then just soak the water to it and cool it right down again. And that'll help. You might have to do it a couple of times, but I bet you that'll help. But you're going to have to get it like red hot. Like, I mean, like, wow, that's hot when you know, red hot, like red. Like red hot. red hot. But try not to melt the seal if there's one in the axle. That's going to be the problem, right? And then quench it right cool, and then you might tap around with a hammer, like right on the bend. Well, I think he's got a picture of them here. Oh, it may not download those for me. Oh, this thing in just view. Okay, so there's a picture of his tractor. Ooh, nice tractor. But to get that rim off, boy, you're going to have to heat her up and then try to hammer if you can on like the outside of where that shaft is on the rim. Bang on that and bang from the other side and try, you know, the off way. And you might have to use like a bigger hammer too. It's going to be hard because there's probably not a lot of swinging room there. It's a pretty small rim, I can see. But boy, oh boy, you're just going to have to. You're going to have to keep heating her, I think, because that's about the only way that that's going to work. So he sent me another picture, but I think it's the same picture. Yeah, so he says, my next project is an 80s or 90s snowblower, so that's cool. That'd be handy, especially in Illinois. I know you guys get snow there too, just like us. So, but yeah, heat her up and quench her. And then cool it right down again with cold water. Get a hose on it and shh, you know, and just so you can grab it and it's like, it's cold. Quench it right down. That'll like break the rust inside there. He's done a lot of stuff on his channel like that, and it actually works. Seems to work pretty good. I have not myself, I don't think, done that method yet. I usually heat it up and then just turn it off, but you got to watch that seal though. If there's a seal in the where it goes into the tractor on that shaft, it's gonna, I don't want to melt that out, or a bearing or something there, or whatever's there. So, anyways, hopefully that helps. Thanks for the question. I think that is it. So if you want to send me a question or pictures of your workshop that you're working in or pictures of your projects you're working on or anything like that, billqa@yahoo.com. It's in the description and in the title and stuff. And yeah, so that's it for today. Thanks again for watching. We'll catch you all later. And you guys have a good day.